The topic today for our listeners and those out there that are interested, let's talk a little bit about the consumer spending, where things are going. Talk a little bit about what you see and what is happening, and most importantly, what are some things that we're looking at as Prevail as we invest client dollars.
It's interesting, Andrew. I mean, when you start looking at the data and you look at some analysis here, retail sales are growing, albeit at more of a, I would say, a deliberate, maybe a little slower pace.
Absolutely.
But we're still moving in the right direction. The other thing that's interesting is the direction where the consumers are spending. They're looking at, in some cases, more experience over actual goods. They're looking at the essentials over discretionary items. Even almost looking at value over brand loyalty, which is interesting. That's been a little bit of a flip here. So there's creating opportunities in one sector or in certain areas, and then maybe in some cases, you might have a decline with certain manufacturers, brands, things of that nature. And as you know, at Prevail, we look at that as an opportunity.
100%.
Because anytime that you've got some form of disruption or something that has been changing against the norm here, we're now identifying where should we be putting our investment? Where should we be focusing our attention here? Again, on companies, brands, things of that nature.
So I think the key is the consumers become more selective.
More selective.
And I thought it was really interesting when we had the economist come in and give his talk on the economy here just in the last couple of weeks, how he mentioned about those baby boomers that are retiring and they are looking at, I'm not going to take all this with me. They've done a very good job of saving, and they're looking at ways to spend the money before they pass.
Right.
Whether it be to children, grandchildren, whatever the case may be, they're all looking at ways to say, you know what, I'm going to live this experience. I want to live my legacy versus leave a legacy. I thought that was really interesting.
It is, and I think there was another quote too where the consumer isn't tapped out.
They're
just being a little bit more intentional.
100%.
And that's probably part of kind of some normalization that we're starting to see in the overall economy and the market. And again, I think there's opportunity anytime that you have a change in the environment.
And each time that our IAC is meeting, we're looking, forward looking as to where is the money going, not where has it been.
That's right.
And I think that's a key indicator as we look to the coming year.
Agreed.
If you want to learn more, check out PrevailIWS.com.